Hey everybody, what's up? I wanted to share with you a quick tip about getting rubies because rubies are a pretty big bottleneck in the game, right? When I am currently in the hunt for quite a few. I'm trying to get my Taylor. He's my last one that I need to get through 220, and it's taken some time. So I thought I would share with you some of the ways to get rubies. There's one way in particular that I feel like a lot of players are probably overlooking. That is an incredibly lucrative spot to get rubies. Okay, so we'll get there in a second. You know about some of the obvious ones, just general progression. You're going to get them from rewards and stuff like that. One good one is the shop. If you're not hitting the shop every day, it's a good idea to grab them from the shop. And honestly, it's probably worth it, depending on your gym situation, to hit a refresh at least once and do it again. Now, if you don't want to spend that many gems on a pile of them, gold, as you can see, is not going to be too much of an issue for you. So you could justify just hitting the refreshes and spending the gold if you didn't want to spend the diamonds. But that's a good way to get several a day, right? Even if you don't hit the refresh, I'm at the point where I'm getting 825 a day from here. If I don't hit a refresh, I think this number goes up as you get stronger, as your account grows. So if you're earlier in the game, this might be lower, but it's still worth it because the price will also scale. It's not always 500 diamonds. They seem to price these at a ruby per diamond. You'll also see that too in Wasteland, which is another really good place to get them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it to come up right now. I'd have to get to the shop and then hope we got lucky. But you know, sometimes you hit the shop in here and there will be a pile of rubies. For me, it's often 1,200 rubies for 1,200 diamonds. So that's pretty much the exchange rate for those, right? At least as far as the game seems to be concerned. Doing your outpost, again, all of the things we know, right? The shop is one I wanted to specifically mention. Otherwise, it's general progression, staying on top of your events, things like that. The big one is Elite Campaign. There are a lot of rubies to be had in Elite Campaign from stages that you can come in and sweep. So here's 330. 330 is my clear reward. So if we come in here and drop 3 clears, that's 990 rubies just like that. And then I still can do it on another stage. Now, it's obviously the further you are, the highest stage you can sweep is the one you should be sweeping. So here, there's another 960. It's costing me nothing to come in here and do this. These refill over time. If I want to refill, I can. And it's 50 gems per ticket. The exchange rate here for rubies is unmatched in the game. Remember I told you it was 1 ruby per diamond pretty much everywhere else in the game? It's much, much better for you here for your diamonds. Here I'm going to spend 450 diamonds to refill and get a few more sweeps in. And there's another 942. So you see, we're gonna come out of this with over 3,000 rubies, and we just spent what, 450 diamonds on refills. It's really, really crazy how many rubies there are to be had in here. If you're working to progress through, even in the lower stages though, it's still worth it according to the exchange rate in the game. So the big tip, the big point of this video is make sure you're coming in here and doing Elite Campaign, because I know I was guilty of this. I kind of hit my wall where I couldn't progress anymore in Elite Campaign, and I stopped hitting it every day. I got caught up doing everything else I was doing, maintaining my 2 accounts, and Elite Campaign would sit here regularly with a little notification of my tickets being full, and I was like, meh, whatever. But then I realized how many rubies I was missing out on. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, okay? One, the shop, if you didn't know, is a pretty good place for it. In my opinion, though, as far as like non-obvious places like Soul Mine and stuff, Elite Campaign is the best place to get rubies for the cost, because they're ultimately free. And then if you want to refill your tickets for every day, you can do that, and your rubies will pile up pretty quickly. So that's it. Just a quick tip. Make sure you're hitting your Elite Campaign for rubies, and that's it. I'm getting out of here. Appreciate y'all. Later.